Hi lovelies and welcome. So I think there are some newborn essentials that are genuinely fundamental, like they change the game, but they're not really spoken about that much. I think the first thing we think of when we're thinking about newborn essentials are all the products and physical items that we need to take good care of them and make sure that life's a little bit easier. And of course, that's really important. I did the same thing too. But there are a few things that are non-material that I think have genuinely made the process so much easier and so much more enjoyable. So I just want to share a few of those today. Let's get into it. So the first thing on the list, and I'd say arguably the most important thing, is a support system. I don't know how this isn't spoken about more. I don't know if it's a given, I don't know if everybody knows or it's assumed, but I just had to mention that having a support system around me has genuinely been like one of the best things while having my little one. It could be friends, family, neighbours, people in local community groups. It could be your friends from church. It could be other parents or mothers who have recently had a little one or going through it now that can share that with you. Just having people around you, honestly, I've found this such a blessing, and it's made a huge difference to my mood and how we've been able to juggle having a newborn. One of the really great things about having people around you is that they can just chip in and fill in. So those times where you're feeling that bit stressed, that bit overstretched, and you just need a moment to yourself and pause. We all know the struggle can be very real. You can call on someone to just be with you and maybe look after little one for a little while so you can catch a bit of sleep. Maybe these are people that are willing to cook for you, clean for you, help you fold laundry. Laundry is very real. People that can also spend time with you and just talk to you. I found that was really important to me, having my family coming over and friends just to talk to and also to share the experience with was really great. So of course, I know not everyone has friends or families that are close by that can pop in to check on them and see them. But I think that it's also possible to build those communities. So if you don't have people around you, it's honestly never too late to just start to interact with people that are around. And it doesn't have to be a ton of people. It could be the person that lives next door to you. It could also be people that you find online and in community groups. So if you don't have one, I highly recommend investing some time in other people and being someone else's support system. Alone time. So I found it really important to just take a few moments out of the busyness of everything, the day-to-day, and just spend some time alone. And that's without friends, family, partner, baby, just time to myself, just to be really present and process everything that I was thinking and feeling. That could be time spent doing a devotional or time meditating, prayer, being reflectful, but just some time to be kind of alone and still, I found really helpful mentally. I found it really good for my mental well-being. I think this is particularly important if you do have family staying with you or you have lots of friends and family who are coming to visit you regularly. It can get a bit busy and overwhelming. So I found it really important just to withdraw sometimes and really try and take those precious moments to just be by myself and acknowledge what's going on, and also just be with my baby and my husband. Like, those moments where it was just the three of us were really precious to me, and I really cherished them and craved those moments. So I'd say definitely be selfish sometimes, steal that alone time as and when you need it. It'll do you a whole lot of good. Cooking and cleaning. I can't mention this enough. Cooking and cleaning are the two things as a new parent that are so essential. If anyone cooked food for me or if anyone came to help me clean or do some laundry, that genuinely was the greatest gift as a new parent. So I would say this is something you can actually think about and prepare for in advance of having your newborn. Those are two essential things that just need to keep going and can feel really stressful as a new mum when they aren't done. So I'd say that you can start to think about how you would like those things to be covered. So it could be just before having the little one, cooking up a really good freezer supply of essential meals, quick things that you can throw in the oven, meals that you can defrost and feed yourself and your family to keep you going just for those first few weeks when it's really tough and your time is stretched and you're tired and cooking is the last thing you want to do. You can also sign up for food subscription services, a service that can deliver ingredients for you, or maybe even deliver pre-cooked meals, so you can just microwave things. It could be oven-based food, so things that don't require much preparation will save you a lot of time. And food is really important to make sure that you're recovering well and to make sure you feel good. So I'd say definitely spend some time thinking about how you want to feed yourself and your family. I'd say the same goes for cleaning. So you could also, as you would budget for newborn products and items, budget for a cleaner, someone that can come in and just whiz through the house for an hour and clean up some key things for you, so you have that stress off your chest. There's so much to juggle as it is, so cleaning is a really good one, and it makes me feel that bit more zen and chill when I can see the house is a little bit cleaner and I haven't had to do it. Someone external or removed from your day-to-day that you can talk to. So for me, I found it really helpful just to have someone who was outside of my family, but someone that knows me really well and someone that's a good listener that I could just vent to or just talk to, share how I was feeling, and in turn they could just listen so I felt heard and give me some honest feedback and help me rationalize some of the things that I was thinking and feeling. Much to my surprise, in those first few weeks in particular, my feelings kind of were a bit all over the place. For the most part, I felt really happy and excited having a little one, but there were a few times where I just felt a bit confused or a bit overwhelmed, and trying to adjust was a bit tough. And I was really lucky to have my closest friend who knows me really well, someone who has been with me from childhood, but she was external enough to be able to give me a really balanced view on things, and I felt really well listened to and really well heard. And sometimes the process of just talking actually was the therapy I needed. So I would say that if you don't have anyone at the moment that you can just confide in and talk to, it might be worth trying to look out for people maybe that you do already know, or someone that you can speak to. It may even be worth getting a counsellor or someone that's professional that you can also speak to and have a therapy session, and they can just really listen to you and give you tips when you need them. Heartfelt, genuine affirmation. Now, I know affirmation may not be everyone's love language. I don't actually think it's that high on mine, but as a new mum, it went such a long way. So my husband would just come to me at moments and he'd just be like, Funto, you're doing such a good job, you're doing so well, and he'd just affirm me. And I didn't even realize that I needed affirmation in that way, but honestly, it did so much for my mental well-being, my physical well-being. I felt that bit more motivated and encouraged just to keep going. And you can also affirm yourself. This is something that I often do. I have a note on my phone that I carry around with me, and particularly when times are tough, I'll have a few Bible scriptures and key points that just affirm me and encourage me. Things like telling myself, you know what, Funto, you've got this, you are strong, you are able, you are capable. And it kind of seems corny, but these things really help me when I read them, and I can affirm myself and encourage and uplift myself, just constantly hearing and telling myself that I'm strong enough, that I'm doing enough, I'm working hard enough, I'm enough for my baby, and I have everything I need for this role. Really helped my mental state. I think affirmations can be super powerful, and if you haven't tried them before, I highly recommend it. Fresh air and a change of scene. I found that being at home with my newborn for hours on end just kind of made me feel a little bit lethargic sometimes, and just stepping out the house, going for a stroll did me so much good. Just getting that fresh air and seeing different faces, seeing a different environment did a lot of good for me. It made me feel just that bit more zen and calm. I was able to reset, and I think the fresh air also got the juices flowing in my mind and my body that bit better. And I think going for walks, it also helped me to regulate my body, losing all the liquids and fluids and all the recovery that's going on inside. It definitely helped with that. So I'd recommend taking moments in the day to just get out of the house, go on a walk and get some fresh air. delivery subscriptions. So for me, Amazon Prime has come through. It's been super handy to have a delivery subscription where I can literally order anything at any moment and I can have it delivered to my door the next day, particularly in those early months when you just don't quite know what you'll need, you don't know how much of each thing you'll need. I found it really helpful to have an online service that I can really quickly process my orders and have things dropped off ASAP, and it also meant that I didn't have to leave the house to pick up things as well. I think this goes for groceries as well. So if you don't already have any delivery subscription services, I do think it is worth investing in them. I found that it made life that bit easier, and it just means that it's one less thing to think about, and it just makes it that bit more convenient to get food, to get toiletries, to have products and items. I'd say definitely sign up to your local supermarket, and often supermarkets offer a lot of the things that you may need. iCloud storage. This might seem really random, but iCloud storage, trust me, you need additional storage for all those photos and videos that you'll be taking of your little one. Genuinely, my phone is like inundated with photos and videos. That's what I spend like 90% of my time doing, shamelessly so. I think it's really important to document your life as a new mama. I've loved it. I think it's also been really enjoyable to go back and look at what she looked like a month ago, because they change so quickly. And so if you don't have a cloud or online service that you can use to back up your photos and your videos, I would highly recommend investing in it. I think iCloud is about £2 a month. So for me, I didn't think it was too much of a price to commit to, especially given the value of those photos. I want to cherish those for as long as I can. So I think invest in a system that allows you to back up your photos, store them really well so you can keep referring back to them in years to come. So that's it for my unconventional newborn essentials. Let me know what you think in the comments below, if there are any other things you'd add to the list. And I do hope you found this helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing so you can stay up to date with more videos like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.